Okay. Now, August 30th is the big kahuna, right? Now we have this full moon. It's a super moon. It's a blue moon. And the full moon will be Wednesday night, August 30th, and appearing opposite of the sun at 6:36 p.m. The planet Saturn, just a few days from its closest and brightest for the year, will appear next to the moon. A full moon takes place every 29 days. Okay, let me actually. Typically, you get a full moon like once a month. Okay, but if a full moon takes place at the beginning of the month and another full moon takes place within that same month, that's called a blue moon. And that's what's happening August 23rd. A full moon in Aquarius took place August 1st, and we have a second one happening on August 30th. Not only is it a blue moon, but it's the third super moon to happen this year as well. This super blue moon is rare and exciting. Okay, the last time we had something like this was December 2009. And the next one will probably happen August 2032. So take advantage. Blue moons happen every 2.5 years. The last blue moon, again, was 2020. That wasn't the last super blue moon. That was the last blue moon. Okay. So this special super blue moon will be in the sign of Pisces. So it's a full moon in Pisces, and it's taking place during. I also want to say that we have Mercury retrograding, we have Venus retrograding. So be aware of that. I just, in my family, had a pregnancy announcement, which is very Venus retrograding, but be aware of your technology, hence my air conditioning. So just be aware that we currently have that energy floating around us as well. So with this full moon, this means that the lines between dreams, because we have that Pisces, and reality will be thin, okay? And you will be in a better place to achieve your dreams, and expect a lot of particular water sign traits: Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. With this energy, are people around you. Since Virgo is involved with, is the opposite, polarized opposite, then you're going to have to deal with practicality and the divine and the spiritual. So the groundedness, being very grounded and having tangible results versus you can't see it, but you can feel it results. Okay. And it's going to come together in this great reality. Now, Pisces symbolize the creative healer, and to invent and concoct and to transform these material into healing and transcendent and limitless energy. And the sun in Virgo, it's all about the rules and duty, work, and limitations. Complete opposite. Pisces is like, let's dream of it. And Virgo is like, let's do it and work on it. Okay. We may have been doing some accounting, organizing, and tending during Virgo season, and during this Pisces full super blue moon, transformation takes place regarding that work. We might be approaching subjects in a more divine perspective, working through things rationally with a focus and clear communication. During this full moon in Pisces, emotions can begin to flow, and we are more focused on what we feel rather than what we think. Remember that Pisces energy too is a little insecure, not a little. It lacks the confidence, okay? Because it's like, I can't really explain how I feel. I just feel it and you can't see it. So is it really there? Okay. So be aware of that, and be aware of that Virgo sun criticizing that energy. Okay. The emotions are going to be flowing. This full moon can be powerful time to express your feelings and emotional connections with others, because you are dealing with the moon in a water sign. And this full moon can be a powerful time to really connect and help others. Okay. During this full moon, the moon will be sitting close, like I said earlier, to Saturn. Actually, let me show you this here. It is right there. I'm pointing as if you can see. So let me point here. Here we go. It is right here. That moon is really close to Saturn, and it is opposing the sun. Okay. So when you have that, beware of some serious energy. Okay. Some serious energy, but then you're also dealing with that Pisces. Okay. Also, whenever there's a full moon, it means that the moon is opposite of the sun. And when you have this conjunct Pisces, this is a great time for with the moon. Pisces conjuncting the moon right next to the moon. It's a great time for any project because you're going to have the endurance and the tolerance. You're going to be establishing new habits, new rituals, and focus will be achieved on anything that's very serious because you're dealing with that Pisces and limitations and Virgos and rules and unlimitations, limitless and the Virgos and rules with the limited limitations. I hope that makes sense. What I'm saying, because we're dealing with that Pisces, which is like no boundaries. And then you're dealing with that Sun in Virgo, and it's like, hold on, these are the limits. This is what we got to deal with. Then things are going to be shaken up to what you're not used to. Okay. And Pisces also is going to ask us to engage in our imaginations. And then you have that Saturn connect to it. So not only are we dealing with our imaginations, but it's got to have some reality to it. Okay. So it's not going to be like aliens, or maybe there'll be proof that there's aliens. Okay. So that is the kind of energy. A full moon in Pisces could be the perfect time to lose yourself during a music festival or romance, because Pisces energy is very romantic with a lover. Our responsibilities that are heavy on our minds and releasing it to God, having faith, okay, using that spirituality, using meditation. And when you want to deal with this, where does Pisces fall in your chart? That will help you look at your natal chart. Where does Pisces fall under? That will help you individually know how this full moon is going to help you. And this full moon is also in 7 degrees. 7 degrees is a Libra degree. So here we are again. We got the Mars in Libra, and we have the 7 degrees. So the themes of harmony and fairness and law and business, partnership, fashion, beauty, art, luxury items, music. This is what we could be dealing with this full moon. Pisces moon energy is very devoted, with a longing to merge with a partner, wanting transcendent experiences, energy again of limitlessness, empathy, long for redemption, profound sensitivity, intuition. Okay, I love that about Pisces energy. Imaginative, adaptable, subjective, and forgiving. On a negative, you can be inclined to play the victim when you deal with any Pisces energy. So be aware of that and try not to be helpless, okay? And you may not want to establish limits with things that you should. With that Saturn there, I'm thinking it's going to happen. And the reality and escapism might not be as strong with this full moon. I think there will be some more clarity when it comes to addictions, or some structure when it comes to addictions, for the betterment of everyone, okay, individually and collectively. So let's talk about some full moon rituals. Let's see if I have any here. Do I have any full moon? I thought I wrote some down. Maybe I didn't put it up here. I didn't save it. Okay, so let me just tell you some full moon rituals, okay? All full moons are the climax of a lunar cycle. It's about releasing and letting go during a full moon. Any negative events, this is a time you have to forgive. The new moon is all about manifesting. In order to manifest whatever you're trying to with that new moon, you have to release and let go with the full moon, okay? They're very powerful energy for inner work. And then you're dealing with that Pisces energy. This is all internal. Okay, so that tug of war that you have with your ego, with that sun and that moon in the opposite position, that's a tug of war. The ego versus the inner, right? And the masculine versus the feminine energy within yourself, with the collective. Be aware of that and use your internal magic, okay, which is really using your internal self, and work on it. And also forgiveness is really big with the full moon. Avoid conflict. Let tensions pass. It's possible you could be feeling poorly. Rest up. Drink a lot of water. The moon in a water sign, I would say drink a lot of water. Are you feeling out of sorts? Not quite sure why? That's that full moon. Okay. Full moon in Pisces is also really good for any Taurus, any earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorns. Now, water signs, Scorpios, Pisces, Cancers, we're going to be all good here. Okay. We're used to this energy. So we'll be good here. Now, all the air and fire, you may be feeling this a lot stronger than I am a water sign, than water and earth. Okay. But find balance between your need for inner peace versus all of your duties, right? A forgiveness list and burn it. Okay. Connect with your inner psychic. And you know what? I wrote this down, but I'm going to do that tonight because you can always forgive. I'm a Cancer. That is something that I constantly have to work on. And that's fine. Okay. I'm human. Now, full moon rituals. Okay. This is my judge. I love this. And I will especially do this with a full moon in Pisces because that's what it's all about. If you want a tarot reading, I would suggest that because tarot is very Pisces energy and it's going to be very strong. I wouldn't do it on the full moon. I would do it before the full moon. Okay. Like tomorrow. Okay. Get your tarot readings in. You can also do it after, but with the intentions of the full moon. But I don't do full moon readings, but on the full moon. Anyway, but charge your crystals, meditate. You could do a tarot reading if you have tarot cards on yourself. You can do that. Journal, cleanse, physically cleanse, mentally cleanse. Okay. Cleanse with the sage. Take that sage, cleanse. You can cleanse with sound if you don't have sage. You can cleanse with the incense. You can cleanse with Palo Santo. I would take a bath. You can cleanse with that. A diffuser. You can use that to cleanse. Okay. Listen to some music. Finish a to-do list. Pray. Pray, pray, pray. Okay. Candle magic works really well with, I'm just saying well really loud because we're dealing with Pisces energy. It's all about the magic and intangible things. Okay. So this is perfect. And also practice gratitude anytime there is a full moon. And with tarot, the full moon tarot is the two major arcanas, the sun card and the moon card. And the message is to acknowledge the abundance in your life and the bountiful knowledge, time, and money with others. You give that to others. Shine with your friendships and have warm light on others who need it. Also, whatever is in the darkness, bring out into the light because the sun will light up those darkness. It will also illuminate those fears. Okay. So illuminate the issues that you have between mom and dad. Okay. All that you get with this full moon. Now that same day we have Pisces, the moon is going to quincunx our Mars, and the quincunx is an inconjunct aspect. Okay. And it's a hard aspect, and it's when something's not getting along. The planets are not getting along with each other. So every now and then there's irritability and there's feelings that can surface. You may simply be out of sorts because you're dealing with that moon and your drive. So just be aware of that the same day. Also, we have Venus in the sign of Leo. It is still retrograding, and it's sesqui square Pisces and Neptune in the sign Pisces. Okay. So remember I said that's that slow burning conflict that you have and you're trying to ignore it. So be aware of that. Neptune is all about Pisces energy. Everything I explained about Pisces is what you have. So be aware that your art and your love and all that things that you naturally attract, there could be some haziness, or you are mad that there's haziness, or you're trying to avoid the fact that you're trying to have escapism through art or something like that. Other people may be confusing you at the moment. Avoid agreeing to anything because it's a cloudy kind of energy, and you may be attracting people who are facade. Pisces is always the energy of I want to say fake.